You are watching the Lockdown Show. Ooh, Lockdown Show. So, how am I feeling today? Would you like a clue? Shall we look through the square window? You know, that thing there. Or should we look through the round window? Or should we look through the oblong window? Doesn't matter what you're looking through. That's how I'm feeling today. It's the devil on my shoulder. He has a lot to answer for, let me tell you. An awful lot. Anyhow, enough of him. That's got rid of the devil. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about the fact that yesterday I started to feel a little bit down. You know, those demons were on both shoulders going, what's there to live for? What's the point of continuing? What's the point of worrying about the virus? What's the point? Just squirt more insulin in and go to sleep. Then I thought to myself, stop being a dickhead. We're coming up to the end of week 2, start of week 3 of the lockdown. I've coughed. Medic! And it is going to be getting rather tough for a lot of people. There's probably nobody really who has experienced, well, apart from prisoners, I suppose, apart from being on exercise with the army or the forces, and apart from going on holiday for 3 weeks with your significant other. I suppose then you'll appreciate being locked up for this period of time. But let me say it's woo! There's not many people who really have experienced being shut in for nearly 3 weeks, and I guess most of you are going to be going absolutely bloody stir crazy. So I thought to myself, how can you get away from being stir crazy? Well, you know, I cycle to work on that and I cycle back from work on that, and I'm currently doing 90 minutes a day, 45 and 45. I've upped it to 50 minutes for the next one today, and it says that I'm using about 650 calories by doing so. So I'm losing weight. Can you tell? Can you tell? I've lost loads of weight. I've got a tickle in my throat, don't worry about it. So I thought to myself, okay, what would you do to stop yourself? And I'd like to share. Let's think about going on an adventure. I've just bought a book this morning, which is what's made me think as well. Travels with My Elephant. Is it called Travels with My Elephant? It's called Travels on My Elephant. And that pricked up my ears, and I thought to myself, let me have a little bit of a look. So I bought it on Amazon. Travels and an elephant, and it's India. And you know how much I love India. So I thought to myself, okay, here we go. Why don't you start to put a plan together of an adventure you can go on once the lockdown is over? You don't have to go on it, but it's going to make you feel good, isn't it? So what would you like to travel on? Well, most people, I suppose, well, I'm going to go in my car, I'm going to go on my motorbike. Every bugger goes on the motorbike except this man. He went on his elephant. Ooh! So I thought, okay. Miss Jones. So I thought to myself, okay, what we're going to do? So you know how much I love India. So I thought to myself, okay, what would be interesting to go on an adventure with? Well, tuk-tuks have already been done. The chance of getting me on an elephant, yeah, not having none of that. Camel. No, not doing that either. But there's different ways, isn't it? There's different ways. And I've made a decision with myself that once this lockdown is over and I feel really safe, because I believe That every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that it's up to you what you want to do. But I believe that this virus is going to go on for quite some time. If we release this lockdown before there's 0 infections and there's 0 deaths, let me ask you a question. What do you think it's going to do? Let me help you with the answer. It's going to explode again, isn't it? If you had a packet of peanuts and there was just one fraction of one little peanut that was going to kill you, you wouldn't touch the bloody peanuts, would you? You wouldn't. It's as simple as that. If you had a big bucket of Maltesers, oh, hit me glasses then. A big bucket of Maltesers, oh, Maltesers, big bucket of Maltesers, and the coating on one of those Maltesers was going to kill you, you wouldn't even open the bucket, would you? So why would you release a lockdown or a social distancing advice and rules, really, if the opportunity to eat that bucket of Maltesers had no possibility of killing you? Then you'd feel okay. But if there's just a slight one, why would you release it? Why would you even produce it? Why would you even open the bucket? It doesn't make sense to me. I know people are talking about the financial collapse after this. We'll get by. We can live on eggs and bread and milk, spuds and carrots, peas, and chase a very upset chicken. But, anyhow, get rid of that bit. Talk about planning your adventure. Where would you go? What transport would you do? How much would it cost? What would you need to take? How much would the divorce lawyer cost? You know, make it all so that you make it all so that you've got something to look for. It doesn't matter if you don't go. It doesn't matter. It's the planning of it, isn't it? It's the excitement of thinking about going. Where would you go? How long would you go for? What transport would you take? How much would the fuel cost? What food would you need to take? How cheaply could you do it? What equipment do you really need to take? Research it. Do some planning. Write it down. Put it in a journal. Oh, come on! That's going to give you a little bit of excitement to look forward to, isn't it? Instead of sitting there watching the friggin' telly or taking your bloody dog for a walk. Or reposting posts that you posted 7 years ago. Oh, look what I did 7 years ago. People might want to see that again. No, we fucking don't. Entertain people. Find jokes. Find videos that make people laugh. Let's cheer everybody up. I was going to get the devil, but he's over there. He's lying down. His face is down. I don't feel very well. The other thing to talk about is, once this is over, do you really need to go back to how it was? Do you really? Are you that desperate for the life that you had before? Or have you noticed things which you can change? Do you need to go into these vastly expensive coffee shops? Come on! You don't need a coffee. I saw a photograph yesterday that showed a queue of people waiting to get a coffee from a coffee shop. Buy a tin of bloody Nescafe, for God's sake. Hellfire! Are we really that desperate to go in? Oh, look at my posh coffee, look what I've got. Yeah, we're all being dickheads, don't worry about it. I've done it as well. When I haven't had something to do, I'll go and spend my money that I've earned really, really hard for 10 minutes to drink a coffee that's just cost me £3 for a penny's worth of dust. Are we really that bloody stupid? Do we really need to go into a cafe and spend £10 on a lunch? Take an apple, banana. Take something where you can just park your bike up and you can sit on the seat if there happens to be one, or you can just lie in the grass and take out your flask of your coffee or your tea, your apple, your banana, and just lie there. And you've saved a fortune, and you've also been out in the countryside. I know people run cafes, yes they do, and they want to make a living, yes they do. But let's be realistic about this. We don't need them to live. You can save money. You can actually live quite significantly well on tinned food. That's what I'm doing at the moment, a lot of my tinned food. And I'm discovering things that I thought, oh yeah, you can get, oh yeah, that's not, oh, my God, I haven't had these for years. And today I'm going to have my Freya Brentos pie, cheese and onion pie. Happy days. So there's loads of things that you can do to cheer yourself up. And the main thing is, and I'd like you to try and make some comments about this if you can, what adventure would you go on? What transport would you use? Where would you go? Research Airbnb or research where you would stay, about buying a tent and what equipment would you need and everything else. Come on, stop being a boring fart. And that's my message for today. Stop watching the telly. Stop watching films for the 27th time. Stop spending half an hour looking through Netflix trying to find a film that you haven't watched, because Netflix has run out of ideas as well. It's not that good, is it really? It isn't. It's got a few films, but when you look into it, it's pretty bloody naff. And so is Amazon Prime. Got you thinking? Hope so. Until the next time. Bye-bye for now.